Andrew Jackson, in the main foyer of his White House, had a big block of cheese.
Huh.
I am making a mental list of those who were snickering, and even as I speak, I am preparing appropriate retribution. The block of cheese was huge, over 2 tons. And it was there for any and all who might be hungry.
Leo, wouldn't this time be better spent plotting a war against a country that can't possibly defend itself against us?
We can do that later, Toby. Right now, I'm talking about President Andrew Jackson.
Actually, right now, you're talking about a big block of cheese.
And Sam goes on my list.
What about Toby?
I'm unpredictable. Jackson wanted the White House to belong to the people, so from time to time, he opened his doors to those who wished an audience.
And then he locked the doors behind them and made them eat 2 tons of cheese.
It is in that spirit.
Hang on. Mandy doesn't go on the list?
Mandy's new.
So it's just me alone on the list.
Yes. It is in the spirit of Andrew Jackson that I, from time to time, ask senior staff to have face-to-face meetings with those people representing organizations who have a difficult time getting our attention. I know the more jaded among you see this as something rather beneath you. But I assure you that listening to the voices of passionate Americans is beneath no one. And surely not the people's servants.
Sorry we're late. Is it total crackpot day again?
Yes, it is.
And let us please note that Josh does not go on the list.
Actually, you've got a thing right now.
Yeah, no, at all.
Margaret, hand out those appointments, would you? I thought he did well. I'd like to have seen more of those seats filled.
That's not what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
He's talking about the governor's answer tonight. I'm just guessing. I'm pretty drunk.
I am talking about the governor's answer tonight. But I'm also talking about every day there's some... Look, Toby, we can talk about this with you in the room, or if you're more comfortable, we can...
Listen, I don't have time to make people comfortable. If a change has to be made, it has to be made. Jerry, Cal, Max, Steve, you're fired.
What?
What?
No kidding. It's moving day. I want Toby. The rest of you, thanks very much. Fellas, look at my face. You're done. Don't screw up. It's freezing cold in October. I don't know how you people live here.
Did you just fire Cal Memphis?
Yeah.
You fired him.
Yeah, and Jerry and Mac and Steve and the other guy.
Is there anyone you kept?
I kept Toby Ziegler.
Oh, you kept Toby Ziegler and you fired everybody else.
Yeah.
Toby Ziegler is the only person working for us I don't know, and he's the one you kept.
Take him home, would you?
Those were the only people I knew.
Those people were worthless. It's time we bring in what we need.
So you made that decision on your own?
Yeah. You know why? Because you're a crappy politician. I think you'll find I'll be making a lot of decisions on my own, so start getting used to it.
You know, I got elected to Congress by this state. This state sent me to Congress 3 times and then elected me governor, all without your help. Don't start.
No, seriously, that's a real political accomplishment considering your family founded this state.
Hey.
Were you even opposed in any of those elections?
You got rid of all the people I know.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Why are you doing this? You're a player. You're bigger in the party than I am. Hoynes would make you national chairman. Leo, tell me this isn't one of the 12 steps.
That's what it is. Right after admitting that we're powerless over alcohol and that a higher power can restore us to sanity. That's where you come in.
Leo.
Because I'm tired of it year after year after year after year, having to choose between the lesser of who cares, of trying to get myself excited about a candidate who can speak in complete sentences, of setting the bar so low, I can hardly look at it. They say a good man can't get elected president. I don't believe that, do you?
You think I'm that man?
Yes.
Doesn't it matter that I'm not as sure?
Ah. Act as if ye have faith, and faith shall be given to you. Put another way, fake it till you make it. You did good tonight.
Yeah.
This is the time of Jed Bartlet, old friend. You're gonna open your mouth and lift houses off the ground. Whole houses. Clear off.
Did we solve immunity?
Sir.
Did we solve it?
Yes, sir. But it doesn't matter.
Why?
Judge would throw out the case. The entire chain of evidence leading us to Sharif originates with the testimony of the Chechenian prisoner.
Yeah?
His testimony was reached after prolonged physical abuse by Russian soldiers.
He was tortured.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm no lawyer, but I'm pretty sure that's inadmissible.
Yes, sir.
We'll come up with a less aggressive way. We'll cancel his trip here, obviously, but we'll come up with something then. That's a ballgame.
This is always when you say something.
No. No. Have you changed shampoo? You have. I can tell, because your hair seems bouncy and more manageable.
I like to look good for you.
Well, I appreciate it. Can you tell when it's peacetime and wartime anymore?
No.
I don't know who the world's leading expert on warfare is, but any list at the top has got to include me, and I can't tell when it's peacetime and wartime anymore.
Look, international laws always recognize certain protected persons who you couldn't attack. It's been this way since the Romans.
In peacetime.
Yes?
The Battle of Agincourt. This was the French fighting against the British archers. This was like a polo match. The battles were observed by heralds, and they picked the winners. And if a soldier laid down his arms, he was treated humanely.
Yeah.
And the international laws that you're talking about, this is where a lot of them were written. At a time and a place where a person could tell between peacetime and wartime. The idea of targeting one person was ridiculous. It wouldn't have occurred to the French to try to kill William Pitt. That all changed after Pearl Harbor.
I don't like where this conversation's going. In the Situation Room, Fitz.
We killed Yamamoto, we shot down his plane.
We declared war.
If Dietrich Bonhoeffer had been successful.
And the plot to kill
Hitler
Hitler was an internal
statues built
rebellion.
of an assassin. We'd have had to explain that to our kids.
I'm gonna get back to the office.
We measure the success of a mission by two things. Was it successful, and how few civilians did we hurt? They measure success by how many. Pregnant women are delivering bombs. You're talking to me about international laws? The laws of nature don't even apply here. I've been a soldier for 38 years, and I've found an enemy I can kill. He can't cancel Sharif's trip, Leo. You've got to tell him he can't cancel it.
You bothered by this?
The memo?
Yeah.
Yes.
We've heard it all before, Leo. You drive me to the political safe ground. It's not true.
I know it's not true.
Good.
You drive me there.
What the hell did you say?
And you know it, too.
Leo?
We're stuck in neutral because that's where you tell me to stay.
You're wrong.
No, I'm not, sir.
You want to do this now?
Sir?
You came to my house.
Mr. President?
You came to my house, Leo, and you said, Jed, let's run for president. And I said, why? And you said so that you can open your mouth and say what you think.
Sir?
Where'd that part go, Leo?
You tell me, Mr. President. I don't see a shortage of cameras or microphones around here. What the hell were you waiting for?
Look.
Everything you do.
This morning.
Everything you do says, for God's sakes, Leo, I don't want to be a one-term president.
Did I not say put our guys on the FEC?
No, sir, you did not.
Leo?
You said, no, you said, let's dangle our feet in the water of whatever the hell it is we dangle our feet in when we want to make it look like we're trying without pissing too many people off.
You're writing a fascinating version of history, my friend.
Oh, take a look at Mandy's memo, Mr. President, and you'll read a fascinating version of it.
You brought me in on teachers. You brought me in on capital gains. You brought me in on China. And you brought me in on guns.
Brought you in from where? You've never been out there on guns. You've never been out there on teachers. You dangle your feet, and I'm the hall monitor around here. It's my job to make sure nobody runs too fast or goes off too far. I tell Josh to go to the Hill on campaign finance. He knows nothing's gonna come of it.
That's crap.
Sam can't get real on Don't Ask, Don't Tell because you're not gonna be there. And every guy sitting across the table from him knows that.
Leo, if I ever told you to get aggressive on campaign finance or gays in the military, you would tell me don't run too fast or go too far.
If you ever told me to get aggressive about anything, I'd say I serve at the pleasure of the president. But we'll never know, sir, because I don't think you're ever gonna say.
I have said it, and nothing's ever happened.
You want to see me orchestrate this right now? You want to see me mobilize these people? These people who would walk into fire if you told them to. These people who showed up to lead. These people who showed up to fight. That guy gets death threats because he's black and he dates your daughter. He was warned, do not show up to this place. Your life will be in danger. He said, to hell with that, I'm going anyway. You said no. Prudent or not prudent, this 21-year-old at $600 a week said, I'm going where I want to because a man stands up. Everyone's waiting for you. I don't know how much longer.
I don't want to feel like this anymore.
You don't have to.
I don't want to go to sleep like this.
You don't have to.
I want to speak.
Say it out loud. Say it to me.
This is more important than re-election. I want to speak now.
Say it again.
This is more important than re-election. I want to speak now.
Now we're in business.
What's happening?
We got our asses kicked in the first quarter, but it's time to get up off the mat.
Yes.
Say it.
This is more important than re-election. I want to speak now.
I'm gonna talk to the staff. I'm gonna take them off the leash.
You have a strategy for all this?
I have the beginnings of one.
What is it?
I'm gonna try that for a little while.
When they called him the Jack.
Hey.
Hey.
Jacko.
So Mallory read my position paper on school vouchers.
Really?
Yeah.
I suppose you got a hold of that.
As it turns out, you gave it to her.
School vouchers are a very serious subject with Mallory.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up.
I don't mind you dating my only daughter, but you can't expect me not to have some fun along the way.
Mallory and I haven't actually been on a date yet.
Wow, you hang in there, son.
Boy was in the buttermilk. Hard, living fast.
Let's come to order. Mr. Gibson, you can proceed with your questioning.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. McGarry, 30 October in St. Louis, Missouri, the day Jed Bartlet was...
No, I'm sorry. Mr. McGarry, it's been a long day, and unless counsel has an objection, I'm going to resume this after the holidays.
What?
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Kelly.
Mr. McGarry, that concludes our questioning for today. We'll pick it up here when the chairman gavels these hearings back to order.
Well, I'm sorry.
You're done for the day, sir. The House Reform and Government Oversight Committee stands in recess until January the 5th, and the chair wishes everyone a Merry Christmas.
What the hell?
I don't know. We have 2 weeks.
I really had to tell you the damn story?
Shut up. I'm going to dinner with you.
Yeah. Well, listen. You want to do it tomorrow night instead?
What's tomorrow night?
It's Christmas Eve.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, well, well. Dodged a bullet.
For the moment.
Which is more than I can say for me and Rosalind.
Yeah.
Did you get a date with her?
It's none of your business. I just came back to catch up on some work. See how badly you screwed up this church thing in Tennessee.
I did the church thing in Tennessee okay, and did it without you.
You mind if I make some calls, make sure Tennessee's still one of the states and stuff?
So anyway, I have a present for you. Merry Christmas, Leo. That was awfully nice of you.
I've been walking around in a kind of daze for 2 weeks. And everywhere I go, planes, trains, restaurants, meetings, I find myself scribbling something down.
What?
Were you the one who gave Leo McGarry's personnel file to Lillianfield and Claypool? What?
Mr. Claypool is a family friend that...
Kathy?
Take her back to her office and stand there while she cleans out her desk. Security's gonna throw you out of the building in 15 minutes.
Leo.
Yeah.
Karen Larson is here.
Thanks. I'm Leo McGarry.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to meet you, and I wanted you to meet me.
Yes, sir.
Would you like to put down your things and talk for a minute? If you don't, I understand. When you read in my personnel file that I'd been treated for alcohol and drug abuse, what went through your mind? Karen, it's okay. You can say it. The worst thing I'm empowered to do is fire you, and I've already done that.
My father drank a lot.
So did mine. In fact, he died from it. He came home late one night, very drunk. My mother was yelling at him. I'm not sure about what, but I heard the yelling downstairs from my bedroom. She came upstairs, and he went out to the garage and shot himself in the head.
Is that why you drank and took drugs?
I drank and took drugs because I'm a drug addict and an alcoholic.
How long did it take you to get cured?
I'm not cured. You don't get cured. I haven't had a drink or a pill in 6.5 years.
Which isn't to say I won't have one tomorrow.
What would happen if you did?
I don't know. But probably a nightmare the likes of which both our fathers experienced, and me too.
And so after 6.5 years, you're still not allowed to have a drink?
The problem is, I don't want a drink. I want 10 drinks.
Are things that bad?
No,
Then why?
because I'm an alcoholic.
I don't understand.
I know. It's okay. Hardly anyone does. It's very hard to understand.
You're not like what I thought you would be like.
You haven't answered my question yet. When you saw my personnel file, when you saw I'd been through treatment, what went through your mind?
My father used to. You have all these important decisions to make in your job. Every day. All the time. Decisions I can't even know people's lives.
Karen, what you did caused a lot of problems for me, for the president, for a lot of people we don't even know. But I'm not sure it wasn't a little bit brave. Did you like working at the White House?
Yes, sir.
Then why don't you go, unpack your carton, and you and I'll give each other a second chance.
Okay.
Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
What are the police doing outside?
The door?
Yeah?
That's the Capitol Police.
I know. What are they doing out there?
I didn't ask for them.
Who did?
Would you prefer they went away?
If you're going to put a deal on the table, I'd prefer there not be armed guards outside the door to intimidate him.
I'm not that easily intimidated.
I am.
The chairman put him there to ensure our privacy.
Tell him to wait at the end of the hall.
Counsel? Excuse me, officer. They've stepped to the other side of the hall.
Cliff!
Oh, you want me to overpower them, Jordan?
I don't care if the police are out there. Can somebody speak?
Yeah. Mr. McGarry, this entire conversation's off the record. You'll see nobody's taking it down.
You mean what you're about to say, or the 5 minutes we just did on the Capitol Police?
The whole thing.
Okay.
Congressman Gibson.
Yeah.
You know where his testimony was about to go.
Yes.
And where it'll pick up once the hearings convene again.
Yes.
We're willing to end the hearings right now.
And his testimony?
His testimony, the First Lady's, the balance of the witness list, the hearings. We're willing to end them right now.
In exchange for?
A joint resolution, H.R. 172.
Censure.
Yeah. A resolution condemning the president for lying to
didn't lie.
Condemning the president for lying to the American people.
Look, I'm not
White
gonna...
House can't object. In fact, it has to welcome the resolution and let any Democrat who wants to vote in favor of it.
You keep saying the White House, but you mean the president.
Yeah.
Why aren't you talking to the president?
We think if the suggestion comes from you, it'll carry more weight than if the suggestion comes from the chairman or the speaker.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I'll just call the president and suggest to him that he allow a huge bipartisan vote on the floor of the U.S. House of Representatives, calling him a liar, and that he welcome the result.
Then I'm gonna flap my wings and fly to Neverland.
Leo.
You think I am so desperate to save my ass I'm gonna roll over on Jed Bartlet?
I don't think it's a
I
matter
take a bullet for the president. He doesn't take one for me. Is that all you got?
Yeah.
Good night.
Can you give me some time?
One day.
Hi. Remember me?
Margaret?
I was the one with you last night when you went to the meeting.
Yes.
When you left the meeting, I was not with you.
Yes.
Is it just an open house in here?
The whole system's gotten out of hand.
Yeah?
You left without me.
Well, if you're gonna make a strong exit, you really can't wait for someone to get their purse together.
How long does it take to get a purse together?
A question I've been asking my entire adult life.
It's a non-binding resolution. Do you know what that means?
No, could you tell me? Because I've really started to take an interest in government lately.
Do you know how much force and effect it has?
Jordan.
None. No force and effect. The following is a sampling of non-binding joint resolutions from the 106th Congress.
I have a meeting.
A resolution in support of Ohio's state motto. A resolution fostering friendship and cooperation with the people of Mongolia.
I have a meeting.
A resolution recognizing the contributions of Bristol, Tennessee to the development of country music.
I'm sorry, I have a budget meeting.
A resolution in support of Little League Baseball.
Jordan.
A resolution recognizing...
This isn't that. This is 535 congressmen and senators standing up and saying the president lied and should be ashamed of himself. And this is us standing up and saying, you're right. This would be the first time in history a president has been censured. Congress isn't talk radio. It's the seat of democracy. Their opinion matters, and their condemnation doesn't have to come with handcuffs to be devastating to this president. That is the force and effect. And it's not gonna happen because of me. Have a budget meeting, Jordan. Let her on in, Becky.
Good morning.
Hello. You look sensational in your Gabriella something thing there.
Thank you.
Cloak and dagger.
Look,
Cloak and dagger?
it was one sentence in a two-page note.
And you sent me a note?
I was asked here on business, which I usually conduct at my office.
I was going to come there, but then I thought between the lobby, the elevator, the reception area, the paralegals area, the associates area, and the coffee room of a Washington, D.C. law firm, there was an outside chance that somebody might recognize the White House chief of staff.
All I meant by cloak and dagger is that I'm not cut out for the security meetings and the secret this and the back channel ambassadors. It's like you're in the mafia.
Well, it may be like I'm in the mafia, but I'm not. I work for the good guys.
It was one sentence. The problem was you were never at the other end of the phone.
That's an entirely different kettle of beans, and we can have that discussion, but history has shown that if you just wait and tell it to a divorce lawyer, you can have half my stuff.
I don't want half your stuff.
You don't know. Some of it's good stuff.
Where are we going?
Someplace quiet where we can talk.
The White House Situation Room.
We just call it that.
Am I even allowed to be in here? Look at this stuff.
It's a map of North America. What are you worried about? Hey, where are you from?
I'm from Lincoln, Nebraska.
Lieutenant, can you throw an opal drill up on the wall? Lincoln, Nebraska.
What's it doing?
It's showing a first strike nuclear attack from Beijing and North Korea. Hey, look at that. Lincoln survives the first of the... No, not so much.
Leo.
All right. First of all, we have to go beyond the normal attorney-client privilege here. This is sensitive.
There are no degrees of attorney-client privilege. I don't care if it's sensitive.
No, I'm talking about state secrets with highest security classification. If you told anyone, you'd be convicted of treason and sent to prison probably for life.
No, I wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't. It's nothing like treason. But if you told anyone, it'd be bad.
What?
Do you remember last May that a private plane carrying Kumari Defense Minister Abdul Sharif went down near Bermuda and that all the passengers, including Sharif, were dead?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Well, it happened. Kumar has been investigating the accident because they believe there was foul play. And we believe, in fact, we know they're trying to frame Israel. They're producing phony evidence.
How do you know?
I'm sorry.
You said we know. How do you know?
Because we do.
Why isn't it possible for Israel
Jordan, we know any evidence of assassination is manufactured.
How?
Because we destroyed all the evidence.
Mr. McGarry, I have the president on your line.
Yes, sir.
How's it going?
Fine.
Is she there?
Yeah. What do you know?
Casper's here. He's going to talk to me. I'll send him to you next, all right?
Thank you. What are you about to say?
I don't know. I still have about 2 minutes.
Okay.
You just knew it was going to end up like this.
Good evening, Mr. President.
Allergy medicine and tractor fluid we're getting high on now.
All right, you guys getting strippers or something?
How do we do it?
Basically, Langley manufactures documents, photographs, audio messages, even a body double if necessary.
Is this going to get ridiculous?
Absolutely. We make sure agents in Iraq, Syria, and Iran get a whiff of the story, and word inside and outside of the palace spreads.
We'll see it on Al Jazeera?
If we do our jobs.
No disinformation to U.S. press, right? We don't give disinformation to American press, unless it's about my medical history.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go.
Thank you, Mr. President.
All this posturing is a preamble or something.
You ready to say hello?
Why not?